This one is going to be an interesting one because before it became a household name, before it broke the conventional barriers and became the spirit of functional fashion, before it became synonymous with Indian women by decoding the perfect fit for them, TCNS was a dream which aspired to take Indian fashion to international stage. In the last 15 years, the dream of two brothers, Mr. O.S. Pasricha and Mr. A.S. Pasricha, has not only become a reality, but has become an example of evolution of indigenous new age fashion in the women's wear category. Mr. O.S. Pasricha is an IIT alumnus and Mr. A.S. Pasricha, a commerce graduate. Now, their modest beginnings fueled their ambition to create an identity of their own. Research and innovation was always a key aspect of their brand, and the result was in successful decoding of perfect fit in 2002, just a year after W was launched. Soon they realized that the challenge of entering the uncharted territory of women's wear is more of an opportunity than a challenge. The journey for TCNS started in 2001 with a single store which further witnessed the successful entry of brand Wishful and Aurelia by TCNS. A thought that changed the Indian fashion landscape forever. And with this, the flagship brand W reached the milestone of 100th stores in 2013. The journey that began from a mere 300 square feet store in Janpat to 2,500 square feet expanded across the globe with 350 plus stores. The portfolio of TCNS expanded in the year 2006 with the entry of Wishful that marked an era of unstated elegance in occasion wear. In 2011, it was among the first brands to have their own 24/7 fashion destination e-commerce portal. It was in 2015 when TCNS was awarded the most admired women's Indian wear brand by industry bodies and leading partners, which rallied round to expand themselves to Mauritius and Sri Lanka, marking their imprints on the global map. May I please call on stage Mr. Yogeshwar Sharma, Executive Director, Select City Walk, to honor these wonderful stalwarts. Let's have Mr. Yogeshwar Sharma, please. And yes, can I please welcome on stage Mr. O.S. Pasricha and Mr. A.S. Pasricha, founders TCNS Clothing or W. You need to keep constantly clapping for this. This is a wonderful moment on stage.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Congratulations. You know what, Dilruba, I need to say something about TCNS and about the Pasricha brothers. When I met him a few months back, and I said, oh, what a wonderful journey that you've had. You've done so well. And in one word, he said, no, it's not me, it's all my team, Anantan team. Very, very few promoters in this country have the ability to give the rein to a professional, allow him to run the business, and accept it in front of so many people. I mean, hats off to you, sir. I must say that This is one of the best moments for me when I heard something like that. And congratulations for you and your team for having done a fantastic job. Fantastic.
To sum it up, it's one team, one voice, and there is the honor. Let's give a round of applause.
We require another 5, 10 of such companies in this country. Well done, sir.
I don't have the ability to speak fluently like some of my predecessors, but I thought getting away without saying anything is not going to happen. So I wrote something down. You'll have to bear with me for about 10 minutes.
Oh.
5 minutes maybe, I don't know. Because TCNS was formed with a very different mindset. It wasn't formed with the industrial age experience of, business contracting with labor to give money in exchange for some labor that they put in. So when we study the history of ancient India, what we realize is that India was most prosperous when we were highly spiritual. 2,000 years of slavery converted us from a nation known as Sone ki Chidiya to a nation of cowards who were ravaged by Muslim marauders from Northwest, British, Portuguese, French, you name it. There are a few lessons to be learned from this prosperity. From this, prosperity leads to complacency. You can't be complacent when you are prosperous. We forgot our role models, our gods who all understood that providence has created good and bad in equal proportion. Maya is also God's gift to us, so we have to account for it. All of them donned weapons as protection. Shivji donned a Trishul, Krishna a Sudarshan Chakra, Arjun his Gandhi, Hanumanji his Gada, Shivji, Parsuram his axe. We forgot this. The sword that Ashoka threw in the Ganga about 2,000 years back was finally picked up by Guru Gobind Singh in as late as 1699, where he provided a role model of a Sant Sipahi, a spiritual person who will neither bear injustice nor see injustice being done to the weak. The other lesson was being spiritual implies aiming for a greater good, not your own good, but a greater good. If your employees, your vendors, and your customers, if you try to do good for all these stakeholders, your good is guaranteed. The ancient concept of was that workplace is a sacred and your karma bhumi. Money is an important part, but not the overriding consideration. There is only life, and work at the office is the role that you play, like you play other roles in your family, in your community, in your political role. Success of TCNS clothing company is because we are an inward-looking organization. We invented the fusion business, had no benchmarks. It was fortunate as we had no choice but to be an inward-looking organization. We set targets, not easy targets, but stretch targets, and went about trying to beat them ourselves. We try to keep way ahead of competition. We have a well-integrated top team, all in their sub-40s. Anand, our CEO, if he would stand up, is just 39. So we have our top team, which is our 8 HODs who are all around that age. The next level is youngsters who are 25, who learn by experience. They learn by watching what you are doing, not by what you speak, but by what you do. When the family is in trouble, so these people are encouraged to say their mind without fear of favor. When the family is in trouble, the employees just takes off without being worried about what happens in the office. People from above, below, sideways pitch in to compensate. And when he is needed when the employee is needed in the organization, the family supports him. When a mistake happens, the whole organization pitches to remove that block. Analysis is done much later with a view to learn from it. The result of learning from this ancient ethos is what we see as TCNS. It has been a very, very gratifying experience. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much, sir. You know, what I like best is you have also divulged the fact of spirituality and family, and that's why the good karmas are showing out here this evening. Let's have a round of applause for these two wonderful personalities.